Hi everybody, welcome again to AFC Northerners, starting down the line.
Sam Schneider repping the Bengals in LA.
Dave Green, Browns guy, baby.
Jen Davis Utar, Ravens.
Gavin Peretti, Steelers Nation.
All right, guys, so we're going to start right off with Bengals versus Giants.
Right, we were the last one to have our first preseason game. We were at home against the Giants. Both first teams, offense and defense, were on the field just for about a series. The offense was blink and you missed it. Andy Dalton, 3 completions and a scramble. Jeremy Hill, 2 rushes, bam, touchdown.
And they kind of like his interceptions?
Yeah. not in this one. Not in this one. 6 plays, marched on the field, touchdown, starters came out immediately. As far as the defense goes, I didn't want to mention how good Geno Atkins has been looking in training camp, because it's training camp. But he came as advertised. He's obviously fully recovered. He's way better than he was last year. Him and Carlos Dunlap were in the backfield of the Giants on every single down, which is really, really exciting stuff. So
you guys looked really good.
Yeah, had a couple minor injuries where guys got banged up, nothing serious. Rex Burkhead left, Cedric Pierman left, but both of them look like they're good to go for the next game. And it looks like A.J. McCarron will finally get out on the field. Not sure with the way he's been playing in training camp if that's a good thing or not. But it's better than watching Josh Johnson for 3.5 quarters. So.
Who was it this week that said that if they didn't have the pass, they would make $100 million? Like, it was one of the Bengals.
Oh, it was Pac-Man Jones.
Pac-Man Jones.
He was talking about if he hadn't had a couple suspensions and whatnot.
So much money.
If I wasn't an idiot.
Right. You know what? He's so much better since he's grown up, though, man. He is seriously the heartbeat of our defense.
Really is.
Keeps everybody going. Problem is, now that he's starting at cornerback, we're probably going to see him get some return punts less, which kind of sucks because over the last couple of years, he's been the best in the NFL doing that.
In the corner.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Browns. Injuries, updates. Do it.
Oh, Jesus, God. Let's just start with Tom Brady there. The next settlement hearing's the 31st. Who gives a flying fuck?
1 game
big
suspension.
injury news. Calvin Benjamin tore his ACL today. As far as the Brownies go, the big one was Connor Shaw, broken thumb. Whatever.
Play with one of those giant mitts on his hand.
Yeah.
You know, shit, I suited up and played street hockey with a broken finger. What the fuck? It makes no damn sense, but who cares? I think the big guys you got to watch out for tomorrow against Buffalo will be Shane Wynn. 5'6" guy, but from Glenville, so he's a Cleveland kid.
So you're saying I still have a chance to play?
You can still play. As can San Francisco.
I'm actually 5'7", so I
Please. All right. And defensive-wise, watch out for Craig Robertson.
Justin Gilbert was looking really good this week, too, so it was really cool.
Gilbert re-injured himself big time.
Yeah, I know.
He re-aggravated the hamstring. So did Terrell Pryor, by the way. And they're saying Hayden should be back next week.
Awesome. All right, moving on to Ravens. We still don't have really a good diagnosis on Brashad Perriman. He missed out yet again. They're saying that he's just healing slow, which gives me concern, and I'm sure Ravens fans concerned. First round draft pick bangs up his knee, and 2 weeks he's still out. So he is the opposite of the Wolverine.
It was like 14 straight practices or something.
Like, exactly, completely. Dennis Pitta, news there is that he will probably be out till the midseason at the very earliest. We've got like Ladarius Webb's out for your hamstring, which is typical of Webb, and some things here and there. But all in all, you know, it's pretty quiet on our end. So
Steelers. Good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, we have our safety situation is great. Mike Mitchell and Shamarko Thomas, they're looking amazing. Like everybody.
Yeah, but he didn't really impress me in that last series.
Well, the last series, you know,
man,
you can't do it perfect the whole time, but they're pretty much impressive most of the way around.
Yeah.
The bad, what we're dealing with is Sean Swisham is out.
Yeah.
Most likely for the season, he's got a torn ACL. And he's 33 years old, so I'm guessing that means he's out.
Probably not a Steeler, right?
What the hell's with the kickers dropping?
The kicker's dropping like flies.
Yeah, I know. You guys just got a new kicker. Right?
Yeah, Garrett Howley, but he's like, everybody's impressed with him too, so like, he did a good job.
Yeah,
even though we lost against the Jags, it's preseason. The Steelers always lose preseason games, so I'm not really worried about that. We released Taj Boyd.
Yeah.
Another injury update is actually the opposite injury update. Bruce Gradkowski amazingly recovered, and they brought him back. I thought he was
does that fall under the bad and the ugly? I'm not sure.
He's not the prettiest looking fellow. It depends. If it's you guys, it's ugly for y'all. But I wasn't expecting him to come back till like week 4, and he's like back now. So they ended up releasing. I thought it was going to be Taj Boyd and Landry Jones fighting it out for number 2. They were actually fighting it out for number 3. Taj Boyd got the boot. So Landry Jones, he played most of the game, and he actually had more than yards than Bortles did. So.
Crazy.
And so first stringer versus a third stringer. Like even though we lost, like come on, like our main people only played a couple series. So.
Awesome. Okay, so getting into preview for tomorrow. I mean today, really, right? So let's go on to the Bengals.
Well, for you guys, it might be today or the next couple of days. We don't play again until Monday night at Tampa Bay, which starts a string of 3 preseason games in 10 days. Which makes me a little bit leery as far as injuries go. You're going to see if a guy just gets sort of banged out, probably going to miss the next game just because they don't want to push it.
Yeah.
But like I said, McCarron will be back. He'll play most of the game. Look for the starters, maybe play 2 series. That'll be about it. But looking forward to seeing Dunlap and Atkins all up in James Winston.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Right on. Okay, moving on to Browns.
The Bills.
No LaShawn McCoy.
No LaShawn McCoy.
At least not this week.
We'll take that one. That's good because he doesn't have to run into Danny Shelton, who's going to
exactly.
So, whatever.
Danny Shelton's having some aggression issues lately.
You know, I'll take it. I will take it because we want to be a physical team, both offensively on the line and defensively.
They want that chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
As long as you don't do something stupid in
football.
game, it's good to have a chip on your shoulder.
I'm just going to leave off with a fun fact. The Browns have had 11 open practices in Berea, and the average attendance has been 2,853, which sends the 11 practice total number to 31,393.
Yet another stat.
That's pretty impressive. For preseason.
Yet another stat that nobody cares about. All right.
I didn't know there were that many people in Cleveland still.
All right, Ravens, we are playing Eagles, which means that if you are going to the city of brotherly love, wear Kevlar, because it is not the city of brotherly love. But as far as news for the Eagles, I mean, I know that Bradshaw's out, and I think that somebody else was DeMarco Murray was out, but that's weird. But looking to see who winds up playing for this series. I know that it was a little tense there today. I know that also Steve Smith yesterday said that it was like apple juice because their practices were so short. So I love that. But I'm excited to see exactly what our defense does against Tim Tebow. That'll be really
go
entertaining.
Tebow, go baby.
And also, I really want to see like what Jimmy Smith as a cornerback lining up against the first line winds up doing, because he's looking stellar. On top of that, I really want to see what our offensive line can do against their defensive line, because they've got a pretty good defensive line. It is very not bad. But that's it for Ravens. I'm excited for Ravens Nation to go against Eagles. So moving on to Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers were playing the Pack. It's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl. So it's going to be a fun
Which Super Bowl? Make it sound like it just happened.
It was you're just watching the History Channel.
Rematch of a Super Bowl.
Revisionist history from the Steelers guy.
Anyway, I look for D'Angelo Williams to play mostly for running back. I think our first stringers are going to be playing like 2 series, just like as usual. We always lose preseason games. I'm not worried about it. If you guys are worried about it, go suck it. Oh, the great thing I forgot before is Bud Dupree getting carried off the field by Lawrence Timmons. He got into a fight and literally he got ejected. They were like, "Who ejected him? It wasn't the coach. It was Lawrence Timmons." It was like, all right,
you're out of here. You're out of order.
Awesome, guys. All right, well, that is us for AFC Northerners. We are done for the week. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back for their next week. Until then, we're going to sign up, as we always do, with Fuck the Patriots. Have a good night.